Now, I was asked to speak about this. I was going to speak on it anyway. Hold on one second. Grab my drink. All right, so I was asked to speak upon this about Ray Lewis and his con job he still consistently thinks nobody can see through. Hiding behind the praising white Jesus. Yeah, that good old praising blonde hair, blue-eyed Jesus. Man, that was the ultimate hustle by slave masters. Man, I really must say that. You strip a people of their culture, of their natural state of being. You indoctrinate them with a belief system that was catered and doctored to white supremacy. And fast forward a few hundred years and you still got these praise white Jesus Negroes running around here, such as Ray Lewis, that are pretty much spreading that sickness of self-hatred. Because that's really what it is. Ray Lewis is a self-hater. But see, he's a self-hater who doesn't know no better. See, Ray Lewis, if we're looking at the honest story of Ray Lewis is no different than many of my boys who I grew up with on the block, who, you know, we didn't know any better when we was out there ripping and running and acting a fool, all right? And somebody opened the door for Ray Lewis, and Ray Lewis is just so happy that he's inside the house and he out from the cold. He's being protected from the elements. See, he's happy. He's so grateful to come, not to sit at the table, to serve the table. Because at least he ain't outside working out there with everybody else. You see, Ray Lewis doesn't surprise me. Ray Lewis doesn't shock me. Ray Lewis can run that preacher Jesus con on everybody else, but he ain't running it on me. I see through that. That ain't nothing more than another hustle. He don't want to be out there in the cold. He didn't forget. See, Ray Lewis done forgot about what the struggle is. And see, when you forget about the struggle, you become complacent. And you accept anything that's put in front of you. That's what Ray Lewis is. So he can get on his knees all he wants. He can, I mean, such a dramatic. He's on both knees with his shades. Lord Jesus, save me. We got to talk about the problems. Yeah, we need to talk about the problems, right? We need to talk about how brainwashed Negroes like yourself and Paris Denard, the list can go on, who go on national television on a daily basis and disrespect their people in every single way they can find possible because it appeases their masters. You know, just the other day, we were sitting up there all in arms to defend Jamel Hill, and then the sister turned around and then disrespected black men, the very black men who came to her aid. There was a majority of black men, professional men, who came to her aid, myself included, and many others who I communicate here on YouTube on this forum, who came to her aid, and she had the gall to disrespect us. There you go. House Negro mentality. Cut that jig so that they can cut that check. That's what Ray Lewis is. I don't get offended by anything that Ray Lewis says, because you know what? I have to care about you to be offended by you. I was taught a long time ago from my mama and the men that raised me and my family that coons are of no use, and never value what a coon is. Never value any advice a coon has to give you. Never even seek to achieve the level of what they make you think success is. Because, see, here's the thing, and I think we need to talk about this. Coons on television, and when we talk about coons on television, we're talking about Ray Lewis. We're talking about the Paris Denards of the world. You know? When we talk about coons and we think, man, they've made it on television. Oh, yes, Oprah, I haven't forgot about you. You're another one. You're the one that pushed that bullshit narrative of down low brothers. You remember that? You know, guys, when in the 90s, she was the one that had this man, if I really think about it, she was one of the first that started pushing that down low narrative about black men and homosexuality. Again, further fracturing the black home, aiding that bullshit, aiding white supremacy. This, I was always taught to never envy them because, and you know, when you're a child, you don't see this, but I was taught not to envy them because at the end of the day, they're not free. True freedom lies in what Colin Kaepernick did. Colin Kaepernick is truly free. See, you might be saying to yourself, well, he ain't got no job. But Colin Kaepernick gained something so much more. Colin Kaepernick gained a sense of self. He's not a slave like Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is still a slave. That's the bottom line. Oprah is still a slave. She's a slave to that dollar. That's what she is. And that's what many of these other Paris Denards and resident coons that come to the aid of white massa day in, day out. And he had the nerve to sit there with his suit on and his shades and eyes care about everybody. The Lord loves us all. Oh Lord, let's talk about the problems. Oh Lord, Master, please. Let's talk about the problems. We got to talk about the issues. Listen, Shannon Shot, we need to talk about the issues. Why are we gunning each other down at record-breaking numbers? But when I give you my numbers, you can't even validate none of those numbers. Your master gave you those numbers, that's why. My brothers and sisters, do not be offended by Ray Lewis because he is worth nothing. He values nothing. He has no self-respect. He has no honor, no dignity. He has no sense of self. So Ray Lewis can sit there and moonwalk his ass across the football field. Cut a jig, tap dance. I don't care. That's what I got to say to Ray Lewis. It's your boy QuestX, IML.